Good evening. How are you?
I'm
Fine, sir.
fine.
Fine.
Subhash, how are you? Hi, hi Sujit.
Hi.
Hi Agnes, nice
Good
to see
evening.
you.
Good evening, Rahul. Good evening.
So
Good
I welcome
evening.
you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Utkarsh.
So I welcome you all. I am Utkarsh, one of the senior career advisor at Protouch Professional Training. So before we start, let me give a quick overview about us. So Protouch is a certification institute which provide upskilling courses to the working professionals like HR journalists, HR analytics advanced certification, POS train the trainer to deliver POS training, business analytics for manager certification, corporate trainer and facilitator train the trainer program, certified practitioner coach program, emotional intelligence trainer and coach certification. We also provide customized programs, and all the programs are accredited by the topmost bodies like ICF, SHRM, HRCI, CPD, and IPAC. I'm so much glad to see many existing students, team member, and inspiring students of ProTouch who has joined this learning session. So I would like to know from the audience from which all locations you are joining today's session. You can,
I am from Kolkata.
okay.
Kumar
You
from
can,
Kolkata.
okay, Kumar from Kolkata, Dheeraj and
And
Neha is from
Sujit
Gurgaon.
from Bhubaneswar, Odisha.
Okay, welcome Sujit.
Thank you.
Agnes from Hyderabad.
Yeah, hi engineers, welcome.
Anthony from Bangalore.
Hi Anthony, thank you for joining the session. Great. So now let's begin the learning session with Mr. Rahul Sethi sir, our today's guest speaker of the evening. So I would like to take a moment to introduce you with our today's guest speaker. Mr. Rahul Sethi is an experienced corporate trainer, leadership coach, and Marshall Goldsmith executive coach. He comes with an immense experience of 25 plus years in heading the businesses, sales, marketing, and product management. He's a director of Protest Professional Trainings, and he also strongly believes in not only pursuing your passion, but also in converting into the profitable business and generating the regular source of income. So today he is going to talk about a very interesting topic, how to get the clients. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see so many familiar faces and many new faces as well. Thanks for joining in. I'll really appreciate if you can keep the videos on that can make the session more engaging and interactive. I would like to know before I start, and thanks, Utkarsh, for the introduction and kickstarting the program. Before I talk about a very interesting topic, how to get clients, I would like to know how many of you are attending any ProTouch program for the first time, any ProTouch session for the first time. Just write me in the chat box so I get to know. Okay, Sangati Sarkar is attending the program for the first time. All right, there are a lot of people who are joining for the first time. Thanks for joining in and a very warm welcome. Again, we know each other for sure. Thank you. Okay, you're attending the webinar for the first time, you meant, is it? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me know and thanks for joining in. I really appreciate your time. So, friends, today we are going to talk something different, from regularly what we talk. Today, I'm going to talk about uh, how to generate clients for your coaching assignment, or your coaching practice. How many of you are already coaching? Just write in coaching in the chat box if you are already coaching. If you're already a coach or engage engaged in coaching people, just write coaching in the chat box if you are one of those. Okay, there are a few people who are already coaching. That's good. Deepak is coaching. Okay, some of you are already coaching. That's wonderful. And how many of you are involved in other developmental activities like training, mentoring, or teaching, or even counseling? Just write OD for other development activities. So this is training too. OD if you're involved in other things. Okay, there are a lot of people who are training. Great. So super. So I think it's going to be an interesting session. All right. So today what I'm going to talk is more specific to coaches, but at the same time, it can cross over to other developmental practices like specifically training and mentoring. It can be very useful for trainers, mentors, and counselors as well. So let me begin by certain facts that we need to be aware of. And wherever you have questions, friend, you please feel free to raise hands. So I will pause at the appropriate time and also take your questions. Just give me a second. Just all right, here we go. Friends, let me start by letting you know that there are certain facts that we need to be aware of. I will not get client just because I started coaching or training. Yeah. Just because I've started the coaching practice, I'm not going to get clients. I'm not going to get clients just because I think I can coach anyone or I'm good at coaching. I will not get client just because I have an expertise. I'll not get client just because I have great experience. I've spent many years in a particular domain or a particular field, and hence I'll get clients. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to get clients just because I have employed hope marketing. And what is hope marketing? I'm going to talk a little bit as we go along. I'll not get clients just because I have time. Now, if and that's where I say many of us may sometimes get into this trap. Saying I have a lot of experience and hence I will get clients automatically. I'm great at coaching or training and hence I will get my clients automatically. It's not going to happen. Yes, some of the clients you will get. And I always say, some success you will anyway get, no matter any practice you start. But that's not what today's program is all about. Today, what I'm going to talk about is what is the method or approach that we should adapt to continuously get it. Systematically on a regular basis, how do we generate clients so that we are able to run a successful and profitable practice. Are you ready? Just say yes in the chat box if you're ready to listen to what I have to share. All right, so let's dive in. Now, friends, what I'm going to share with you is a systematic approach to run a practice. Now, for some of you, it may look very overwhelming, but let me tell you, this is a very structured approach. It may take a little effort for the initial few months, but once you settle it, it becomes very easy. And feel free to ask whatever questions or doubts you are having about the approach, and it becomes simple. All right, here we go. So it's very important. And this is not that you should take exactly the same approach. You can modify the way you want, but it will be a good idea to grab a pen and paper and make some notes. Now, once you have a broader idea of the approach, you can modify the approach as it suits you. But I would encourage if you can just write some of the points that I'm going to share. There are 5 steps to running any successful practice, more so in coaching, but it's equally true in other areas like training or mentoring. The first step is define. What do you need to define? You need to define the market, you need to define your own niche, and you need to define your own marketing plan. Now, the first step is to define, and we'll talk more about each of these steps over the next 45 minutes that we are together. The second step is to attract. Attract customers by having the right lead management system, having the right expert image for yourself, and of course, the right qualifications and certifications. Once you've started attracting the clients, then you have to convert the client who are getting attracted towards you through the right product and through right packages. And we will talk about that as well. Once you have converted the clients, you need to serve them, right? Whenever we are serving, we need to be aware of 2 important elements, which is coaching experience and business experience. And then continue to nurture them by sharing the relevant information and also cross-sell and upsell. We're going to talk each of these steps over the next 45 minutes. So let's dive in on the first part of this approach, which is define. Now, the first thing that you need to define is define your market. Many a times, one of the mistakes that we make, especially at the starting of any of our practice, is we try to throw the net wide open. Now we tend to throw net a little wider. Well, nothing wrong in it when it comes to getting business, right? But when it comes to defining your market, it's not a great idea. You need to narrow down your market in order to cut down on competition, because you have to remember you're not the only one. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're not defining what's your market, whom are you really targeting? And here, market is your targeted audience. Who are you actually targeting? And once you are clear about, in case you're not clear about it, the 2 things will happen. You will waste a lot of your marketing efforts and sometimes even money, if you're doing paid marketing, in targeting the wrong set of people where others are also competing. So you need to be very clear what are the type of audience that you are targeting and write it down. At the same time, if you are clear about, if you're not clear about it, you will also confuse your target audience. If you're clear about it, you also help them find you faster and better. Yeah. So it's important that first, before even you start anything else, first define who's your target audience, what's your market, and this can take a little time. Also, it can be evolving, which is okay. Many times our target market can be evolving. We start with a certain target market or target audience, and it can change over a period of time, which is okay. Yeah. Once you're clear on defining your market, the next step is to define your niche. What would you like to coach people on? Now, a lot of time, coaches say, I can coach on a lot of things. Well, that's okay. In reality, you can, or you may coach in a lot of areas, but when it comes to defining it, you need to have a very, very clear niche. For example, don't say something like, I can help you get unstuck. I can help you move forward. I can help you set better goals. Well, that is too general. That is too generic. you have to be very, very specific about what your customer, what are they getting unstuck from? How are they going to move forward? Or what are the kind of goals that you would help them setting? Now, either you are a life coach, executive coach, passion coach, and whatever is your interest area, you need to find the right niche that can help achieve, your clients achieve a specific goal and make them happy. And one of the key technique that I will share with you when you're finding your niche, although we are not doing the niche finding exercise because that can itself. So what we are not going to do in today's session is double clicking on the approach, because each of these elements may take few hours to get it right. But I will keep giving you small models that you can take back and work on it whenever you get time. A simple technique to find your niche is the intersection of three important factors which are mentioned on the right hand side of your screen, which is look at your interest. What really interests you? Look at your experience. And from the previous slide, when you've decided or defined your market or target audience, look at their needs. When these three meet, that creates your niche, which means your interest matches your experience, matches your audience need. There is one more important element which we are not covering here is, are they willing to pay for those needs? And that is where your niche actually get formed, which is your interest area, mapping your experience, and map to the audience need. When this happens, you form the need, you create the need, and you define it well, because this really helps you communicate what you are exactly going to coach people on in great detail, and that's very important. Let me just pause here and see if you have any question on the first leg that we have discussed, which is defining your market and defining your niche. Let me just take a moment to pause here and see if you have any questions. Yeah, defining market and defining niche is clear. It's not very difficult, but it takes a lot of time to get this right. And at the same time, it's an evolving process. You know, it may evolve over as you mature into your practice. Some of the markets that you are serving or some of the audience that you are serving, you may decide not to serve anymore. Or some of the audience that you're not serving, you may decide to bring it to under your fold where you would like to serve. At the same time, same thing can happen in the niche. That can also slightly modify as one things will definitely keep evolving, which is audience need. But at the same time, some of your interest and experience may also keep changing over a period of time. Yeah. All right. Just put yes in the chat box if it is clear, so that I move to the next block, which is attract.
Excuse me,
Alright.
sir. Can I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, as you said, niche is something like we want to get the audience. Is it
Yes.
like now? See, I am with Protect because when you gave me something like HR, I said I want to be a HR. For that, I want a certificate training. Same way, can we create something as per our need so that we can put it on and they will select that, and can we go with that?
Now, Preeti, I'm not
I
fully
think you
clear on
didn't
your
get me.
question. Yeah.
So now, see, Protect had found me, my interest. Basing on that, now you are giving a coaching for me.
Yeah.
So, that is just by creating some ideas like whatever you are able to coach. Means
Yes.
in which areas can I get the coaching? So in that way, should I create something like LinkedIn, like I am there in the LinkedIn, I had gone with the profiles or something, and where I said that I want to go with the HR training.
Mm-hmm.
So then you started to take me and give me the coaching regarding this training.
Yes.
Is this the same way I should go and get my audience?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah. All right. So let's move to the next block. So once we have defined a market and niche, what's the next block? Now we go ahead and attract the
Right.
client. Yeah. We go ahead and attract the client. Friends, before we go ahead and attract the client, the first very important step, and many practitioners tend to miss this important element, which is the lead management system. Whosoever you are attracting, how are you going to capture it? How are we going to capture it? So you need to have either offline or a online lead capturing system. It doesn't matter whether it's in your Excel, it is in your diary, it is wherever it may be, or it could be an detailed CRM. Doesn't matter. The purpose is to capture the contact information of all your potential clients, no matter where they are coming from. They are coming from online channel or offline channel. Right from day one, you need to have a system in place. If you don't want to get into the complicated lead management system, it's okay. Have Excel file, write it in a diary, but somewhere this needs to get captured, because that is your funnel, which will help you generate consistent revenue. And also each contact need to be properly tagged. You can define your own tagging mechanism. You can tag them as people I've contacted, people who are in my warm funnel, people who are in my hot funnel. They have been converted into clients. You can choose your own way of categorizing them, but important point is that you need to have a system and you need to have to categorize them, so that at any given point in time you are aware, because this is your business pipeline. If you are clear about your pipeline and also honest with your funnel, you will be able to generate regular clients without any stress or pressure. And always start at the top of the funnel. Keep adding new contacts into your funnel, so that your funnel is always healthy, pipeline is great, and it can generate the regular flow of your clients that you are converting as coaches. Yeah. Now, this many a times we miss out to an extent. I meet a lot of coaches. I said, "Do you have all the clients?" They said, "No, I only know the last few, because earlier contacts I have missed. Some of the people I have cards, some numbers are stored in my phone, but there is no mechanism where at one place all of that is captured." Yeah. So no matter whether they have converted or not, no matter whether they're going to convert or not, every single prospect that you're generating should get captured throughout your life. Yeah. And also preserved in a manner that it is not getting erased or lost. Once you have your lead management system in place, the next important element is now to establish yourself as an expert. Now, how do you establish yourself as an expert? You have to establish yourself as an expert and build your reputation before potential clients decide to pay their hard-earned money and hire you as a coach. And we do exactly the same thing. Anything that we are going to buy, we will first try to validate the credibility of the product we are buying. It could be reviews, it could be uh, client testimonies, it could be whatever, but you have to start building your image as an expert. One of the great ways of doing it, which is establishing yourself as an expert, is by speaking. You can speak at the events, look at the events where you can go and talk. You can even host your events. You can host a webinar or a seminar, a webinar one like this that you're attending. put it on social media, invite people, and share whatever you have to share. At the same time, other way of establishing yourself expert is having a great bank of certifications, knowledge, which also builds your credibility, especially if you are going to be an executive coach, which means going to corporates to help them as a coach. In that case, important credentials from ICF like ACC, PCC is extremely critical. If you are a trainer, then important credentials from like organization like SHRM, HRCI, CPD ticks in those boxes where your credibility is established. So talk at the events, host events, and at the same time, keep increasing your knowledge to the right set of certifications. Yeah. Before I move ahead, I would like to pause here again and see, are you getting clarity on the first two blocks, which is defining your market and niche, and second is attracting client by presenting yourself as an expert and having the right systems to keep capturing every potential clients that may get converted at some stage, either for your training practice or your coaching practice. Yeah. So, for example, there are about 55 of us on this group, attending this webinar. Now, all of this has to go into some system where every single person is captured. Now, some of you are existing participants of ours, some of you are prospective participants, or some of you are just uh, coming to gain knowledge from what I have to share with you. Some of you could be our colleagues. Now, it doesn't matter who you are, but anyone coming in needs to be preserved because that is your new awareness reach. Yeah? Is it clear? Just give me a thumbs up if you're understanding what I'm explaining. If it is going well for you, just give me a thumbs up on the screen.
Sir, I have, though I know that it's important to capture all the contacts we are getting through our lead magnet system. And you have mentioned it that this is something every lead or every contact detail of every lead actually we need to capture. So can you just bit clarify or can you just show the light over the importance of capturing every contact details if you can throw light on that?
Okay. See, what happens is anyone who is suppose there are 55 people who came and attend this program. Okay. But they are aware about they are now have the awareness about Protouch. Okay? And now they're also aware about me. Am I aware of them? Okay. And sometimes in the process, if I ask you after 6 months, how many unique people came and attended your programs? And if you don't know them, because everyone who is coming in contact with you may not convert immediately. Some may convert. And let me give a simple example. How many of you have attended any of our programs? Participated any of our certification program? Now, some of you would have made a decision to enroll within few hours. Some participant may have enrolled in few days. Some would have enrolled in few weeks. Some would have enrolled in few months. And some would have enrolled in few years. And there are thousands of them who are still thinking to enroll. But no matter in the entire journey, no matter how much time you have taken, Protouch has always been in touch with you, either through calls or through broadcast messages or through emails or through WhatsApp. We have always stayed in touch during the program, after the program. Are you getting my point? And that is because people may take little time and out of sight will be out of mind. And if you have not captured and not consistently followed up or stayed in touch, even if you don't follow up, it's fine. If you're staying in touch, yeah. And I always say, if you want to generate a regular source of income, any prospect you meet, it is your prospect and not your customer yet. You never say you will never become my customer. You will, or you may, you're not the customer yet. And that's the importance of having because you can't dig your new well every day. You have to keep, if you have put in efforts today, you have to keep building on that effort rather than every effort should be incremental and not a replacement. Because you have invested your time, efforts into creating a new contact, and you have to build on that contact. It has to be contact for life. And as Dr. Aparna always says, that we will always be in touch with you till the time you decide to block us. Okay, and which is okay, and we respect. But till the time that happens, we will always would love to be in touch with you. Yeah, is it clear, Deepak?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay.
And one more thing, sir, if you find time during this session, can you just reshare the niche part? Actually, I was just mentally lost somewhere at that point of time when you were sharing that.
Sure. If time permitting, I will go back there. But
Sure.
right now, with your permission, I'll just keep moving forward. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So we go to the third block now. The first block was defining your niche and market. Second block was attract. Yeah. Third block is, once you've attracted your prospective clients, the next block is to convert them. Okay. Now, converting is, especially in the coaching business, is slightly tricky. It is not that straightforward. Okay. For following reasons. One, coaching as a concept itself is new. Many people, even today, they are looking for a coach, or they may say that they are looking for a coach, but you don't know whether they are looking for a coach or not. More importantly, whether they're looking for a trainer, whether they're looking for a coach, they're looking for a mentor, they're looking for a counselor, there is a bit of confusion. But what people are absolutely clear about, that what is their problem that they need to solve. They're very clear about what is the problem that they are looking to solve. And that is where you will have to convert your service into product. And any individual who is able to convert service into product, there are two advantages of converting your service or product, what I call productize your service. Any person who is able to successfully do it is able to market it much easier, communicate much better, and also convert much faster. Let me share some examples with you. Now, and it's always, we all know that coaching and training is service, but how do we convert them into products so that we are able to communicate better, market it easily, and also convert much faster? For example, a couple may be looking for a system to help them improve their marriage or their relationship. Now, suppose if you're a relationship coach, for example, and you and you can help people have better relationships in their marriage, and you coach them. Now, if one is I can coach you on your relationship, but how will you market it? If someone comes to you, it is very easy to say this, but once you're going to market it, and if you have converted into a product, say for example, you say my 8 steps to better and lasting marriage, and keep promoting that. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to convert your generic coaching practice into a specific product which says 8 steps to better and lasting marriage. Yeah? This is where you smartly convert it into product. And now what I would like to give you as a homework, look at all the ads of coaches, the successful ones, and see how smartly they have converted into a product, and they productize it. Then it is not necessary that they are going to talk only about that product in their coaching practice, but that becomes their anchor for their practice. And and you take any coaches, say for example, you take some of the best ones in the world. Say for example, Tony Robbins. He also coach, but he has converted into a very successful, and he has productized this coaching. He runs a program which says unleash the uh, potential within. It runs every year, and it is sold out every year. Is grand success. Lakhs of people attend it. And after that, he gets into coaching because he is able to convert. And the beauty about converting into a product is if it get established well, it can generate regular, it becomes an annuity event, because you can keep generating revenue on that uh, again and again over a period of time. For example, you know something well, and if you convert it into a book, what you have done, you have converted your knowledge into a product, and that can keep selling. And many successful coaches are able to convert them into a product. And what I would encourage you to do is, now when you come across the ads of successful coaches, and you will see the angle of product. Now, it is not a physical product. It is still a service, but they were able to convert and look like a product. Is it clear, friends? The second part of converting it faster is having the right packages. Now, this is one question that is always in front of coaches. How do you charge? You charge by hour, you charge by session, you charge by a series of session. Now, if in case you are able to have the right packaging, well, to some people it may look like some people may not be comfortable with it, but for a buyer, it becomes a much easier way to choose and a more impactful way to select your service. Let me give you some examples here. Suppose I say that I will coach you for 4 sessions at 40,000 rupees. Yeah. Now, this is a simple, straightforward proposition. I will coach you for 4 sessions for 40,000 rupees. Instead of this, if I'm able to convert them into packages and also productize it, say, for example, I say rebuild your brand in 4 months for rupees 10,000 per month, which is 4 business coaching sessions in next 4 months. Or I say, I will help you lower your blood pressure and cholesterol naturally, if you're a health coach, in 120 days, monthly coaching session for rupees 10,000 a month. Yeah. Now, if you're able to convert into packages, now packages can help you move up and down and make a lot more sense for your clients when they look at it. So first is create the right product, convert them into the right packages for people to choose from. You can have an entry-level package, mid-level package, premium package. So it's easy to upgrade, upsell. The third important point, and I saw a lot of trainers also available on this group right now in the webinar. If you're able to integrate, and this I talk a lot in our corporate trainer and facilitator certification and also the coaching certification, that if you are able to integrate training with coaching, and this is more for practitioners who are operating in the corporate environment, it can work a great deal. And these days, organizations prefer trainers and coaches combination. It means someone who can train and also coach, or someone who can coach and also train. Now, many organizations also prefer someone who can train, mentor, and coach. Now, eventually, it is about development of people. The more techniques you know, and training and coaching works a great combination. And here, what I'm sharing with you is one real example of how it works. And this is for one of our clients. And this is exactly in the same manner. We go ahead and train for a target group, uh, train them on certain skills, then we reinforce them. We can either go with an option of training the managers of these target group, or we can do a follow-up training after 30 to 45 days. So we say we will train the group, then we will go ahead and train their managers so that they can carry forward the learning journey, or we do a follow-up session. If in case we choose the first path, which means we train a group of people and then train their managers, then we also coach them. We coach the managers on how to manage and take this learning journey forward. And once we have coached them, we can also upgrade them and make them coaches within the organization, which means we have coached them how to handle the team better. And later on, we can also upgrade and say, why don't we make them coaches in the organization and help them use the coaching approach for the betterment of their teams? And this has been a very, very successful journey. The other route that we can take is we have trained a group of people, do a follow-up session so that the learning journey is reinforced, then coach either all or some of these people. And once they are coached, we can take two paths. Either we can do an upgrade training for these people, which is, and a lot of organizations also prefer this, which is a basic level, advanced, intermediate level, expert level training, or find another training gaps and continue the training journey. Now, both these models are extremely successful and works very well if you are able to combine training and coaching. Yeah. On that note, let me just pause one more time and see if you are getting what I'm explaining. If you have any questions or reflections, happy to take it now before we go to the fourth block. All okay, just give me a thumbs up if everything is clear, if you're understanding. All right, great. Thank you. Now we have covered three blocks. The first block was define the market and niche. The second block was attract by the expert image and right certification and having the right lead management system. The third block is convert. Convert by converting into product and having the right packages to choose from. At the same time, you can also convert by integrating with other forms of development, which could be training, mentoring, counseling, etc. Now, once you have converted the client, we move to the fourth block, which is now we have to serve them. Now, when we are serving our clients, we have to serve from two lenses. First is the lens of a coach. What has been their experience as a coachee, which I call it as a coaching experience. But at the same time, we should not forget that we are also trying to build a business. We are trying to run a profitable practice, which means we also need to have the entrepreneurial hat and say, what is their experience as a consumer or customer? So they're not only coaches, but they're also clients. So what is their customer experience and what is their coaching experience? Now, I have seen a lot of time, they're great coaches and I've seen some of them in front of me. When I was getting developed, I have seen some people who are great coaches. Their coaching skills can never be doubted. But your experience dealing with them has never been so great. And that is what I call it as a customer experience. Now, when we are dealing with the clients, we need to focus on both. What is the coaching experience and what is my customer experience? Many of you have attended many of our programs. Now, there is an experience which is in the training session. Yeah, when you are getting trained, there is an experience in the training session, which is you and the trainer, you and the coach. Plus, there is a lot that goes before, in between, and after, which is a customer experience. There could be glitches, there is communication, there is enrollment, there is payments. There are so much other stuff that goes along, which also needs to also be stitched properly so that you are also giving a great customer experience, not only a great coaching experience. Are you with me, friends? So, and this is one piece where people uh, are, this is where you develop loyalty, because it is not only the experience of the session, but also experience of the overall journey. Is it clear, friends? Yeah. Now coming to the last block, which is once you have served them well, the last block is to nurture them. Now, when you are nurturing them, once the session is over, you still have to be in touch with them, because I always say, once you get certified from us, or once you have completed my coaching session, our relationship starts from there and never ends at that. If we want to build a great practice, we need to be aware that once our commercial transaction is over, the journey begins, not end. We need to nurture. We have to be in touch with them. We have to keep providing them insights, be in touch with them, engage with them, give a lot of free content, give a lot of good value addition. And this program is one such attempt in that direction, just for example. Okay. Now, through that, two things will happen. Either you will be able to cross-sell or upsell. What's the difference between cross-selling and upselling? When you are selling different products, different related products is cross-selling. You go to eat a burger, you also buy a Coke. So that is cross-selling. You also buy fries. So that is cross-selling. Although you went to buy burger, but you also bought fries and Coke. Now that is cross-selling. A lot of people come and ask, are there other programs that you offer? Or there are other services apart from coaching that you offer which I can avail? You can upsell. What is upselling? Upselling is, well, I have done a certain level of coaching with you. Can I do a more advanced coaching? Can I go deeper into what I want to solve problem of? Let it be business coaching or in corporates, there are different levels. If you are a trainer, you can do different levels of training. You can do, say, foundational training, intermediate training, advanced training. You can keep building on. And all gives great value to the client. Other advantage of keep nurturing is a positive word of mouth. They refer and bring other clients to you. Now, the biggest advantage of a referral is there is very less marketing cost. There is no effort on conversion, and a lot of job is done by the referral. So the conversion cycles are much faster. Yeah. So on that note, I will just summarize the 5 steps that we have spoken about, which is define, market, and niche, attract through a right expert image, right certification, having the right mechanism to capture all your leads. Once you attract the leads, convert them through right products and right packaging, which means the right pricing. Serve them from both the lens, the coaching experience and business experience, or the customer experience. And last, once you have already served them, keep nurturing them so that you are able to cross-sell, upsell, and also get the great reference. On that, let me just pause and see if you have any questions on any of the point, any thoughts, any reflections of what you are learning.
Hi Rahul, good evening. This is Deepak from Coimbatore. I attended your session on TTT for corporate training and facilitator last week.
Hi, Deepak.
So, hi Rahul. So Rahul, so the thing is like right now I have started my own training and coaching company. But I'm troubling with the initial jittery part, the attracting the customers and getting the leads and whatnot. I've been a trainer for the last 15 years though, but I'm still stuck. I'm not able to overcome that block of mine. I was wondering like if I could connect with you one-on-one and talk about it if possible.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So, who is your program
Nidhi,
advisor?
Nidhi.
Nidhi. Okay, sure. I think it'd be a good idea. You can speak to Nidhi, and she can fix up some time, and we can have a detailed discussion around. Happy to support.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else would like to share what you have learned or any questions or reflections? Uma
So
Devi
thank you,
saying,
Rahul.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead, Usha.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rahul. In fact, you have summed up it pretty well. And the very important part that you spoke about the lead, most of us actually miss out on that. We don't either properly make a note, or if somebody says that, "Nay, I'm not interested," we just leave it. But the very valid point that you actually brought out was keep that always in the pipeline, and try to keep connecting and reconnecting with the person today or tomorrow. It might happen or not happen, but at least you have a relationship going. So
Yeah.
that was something which was amazing.
Yeah. And whenever you say it not happen, I will also say not happen, comma, yet.
Yet, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that in bold.
Yeah. Not happened yet.
Right. And just one more thing, my line got disconnected a bit. So you said cross sell and upsell. So cross sell, I understood, like, for example, if somebody has taken one product, you're giving him another product. So what is upsell? Is it, you can just let me know?
Yeah. So I give a burger example. When you go and buy a burger, and you also buy Coke and fries, so that is cross sell. You go buy a burger, and they said, the burger is for $100. Do you want a bigger one?
Oh,
at 125? So you are upgrading on the same product category.
Right.
Yeah. So which is small, medium, large. Go to Costa Coffee, say, give me a regular coffee. Would like to have a large one or extra large.
Right.
That is upsell. Which upsell
Right.
basically is you get a lot more for a little more.
That's right.
Yeah, you pay me a little more, I will give you a lot more.
Sure.
Excuse me, Rahul.
Yes, Ajit.
I just wanted to say in this upskill part, taking my example. So I got trained in TTT 2024 batch just over last week, and I have a query for ICF. One ad I saw of yours, Protouch, regarding that ICF level 1, level 2, and immediately I have a query with Sizzle. That is that upskill, right?
Yes. No, that is cross sell.
That is cross sell. Okay.
Because you did a TTT program, you got into, and you liked the way we taught you. You liked the organization, because your training experience was good, your customer experience was good. So and if you want to learn more, if you want to study more, why would you go to any other institute? You will say, let me inquire from here. You also have a coaching program. I want to understand the coaching program. So that is a cross sell. You are enrolling into another complementing product.
Correct. Thank you so much, Rahul.
So Rahul, is this the same as inside sales, upselling? And inside sales, is it the same?
Okay, so inside sales and field sales are the ways of selling. Inside sales is when you are predominantly connecting telephonically or virtually and closing deals. So that is inside sales. Now, whether you're fully closing deal or only maturing the leads, that is your call. But inside sales fundamentally is when you are trying to do part of the selling cycle or the complete selling cycle without physically meeting the client. All right. Anyone else? Any other questions or your learnings?
So, Rahul, one other question
Yes,
here
please.
again. Pardon my, like I keep troubling you a lot. So the thing is like, so how did your first funnel started working? How did you start, like creating your own funnel initially though, when you started out as a trainer? Like,
okay. So when we started out, and that is typically happens with most of us, when we started out, we kept collecting all the cards we met, writing it in our diary, keeping a record, putting it on an Excel. After some time, we realized that it is too complicated to deal with Excel, and then we started looking for a proper lead management system. Okay.
LMS.
So there are two abbreviations
Learning
for
management
LMS.
system and
One is a
lead
learning
management
management system. Second is a lead management system. Lead
Okay.
management system are, you can also upgrade it to CRM, which is customer relationship management system.
Relationship management.
Yeah. But at some stage you will need it depending on, especially if you're into B2C category. If you're in a B2B segment, then you may not need a full-fledged CRM. Only a lead management system or some form of capturing is enough. But in B2C, because your contact range will be very, very high and it will become very difficult to manage it otherwise, you will need the automation, but they are not very expensive. They're very, very economical. Also, if you're doing paid marketing, through social media, in that case, having a good lead management system is always handy because you can link the leads straight away from social media flowing into your lead management system. But I leave that choice to you when you want to graduate to that. But the fundamental point is some form of capturing all the leads is essential from a discipline point of view, because that is an effort you have made either from your side or the client side to connect. Once the connect is there, you should never lose it.
Understood. Understood. Thanks, Rahul.
Thank you. How to get a lead for business where some negotiation does not work? Subha, I'm not very clear on your question. If you can come on the mic, it would be great. Oh, you're still traveling. So I'm not sure if I've understood your question correctly. Are you saying how to get a lead for business where some negotiation does not work? You're saying that what do you do with cases where the negotiations fail? Are you talking about that? I'm not sure. Okay. So that will always happen, okay. And that is the importance of funnel. Let me take you back to one particular slide that I've shown you earlier. And that is where the importance of funnel is. It is not that every person or every lead that has come in contact with you will get converted. Leads will fall off the funnel at some stage. They may fall off at the discussion stage, it may fall off at the negotiation stage, it may fall out at any stage for known or unknown reasons. Yeah, and that's the reason it's important. If you want your conversions to continuously keep flowing at the bottom, you have to keep refilling at the top.
So, Rahul, do you do negotiation skills training also? That's something important.
Well, negotiation skills, we don't do it at a B2C level. We do it only for companies. We run a special program on negotiation skills. for the organizations, not at the individual level at this stage, not yet.
Okay.
I have a question which is different from what we are discussing right now. If you allow, I would like to ask. Okay, so Devika, what I would recommend is if you have a question which is different, happy to connect with you offline, because I'm not sure, because the participants have come with a specific objective and would not like to deviate, but happy to connect with you and discuss offline. Utkarsh has given my LinkedIn connection. Utkarsh can also give our contact numbers where you can reach out to us and fix a time if you are. Can trainer also have a specialty, or should you go in all soft skills? Himal, it's always good to have some specialty, so that you should only talk about those specialties. How do I build my negotiation skill? Okay. How do you build your negotiation skills? There are some techniques. I think there are a lot of material available on it. Practice few things. As a trainer, what are your tips to get more leads? Okay, so that's a good question, and we have already discussed it. Now, how to get more lead is a function of your marketing efforts and your marketing plan. Have a very clear marketing plan that how are you intending to get leads. Whether you're going to do the paid marketing, whether you're going to do unpaid marketing, are you going to, how much you will get through events, how much you will get through speaking opportunities, how much you're going to get through ads, how much you're going to get through your social media posts, so on and so forth. Have a plan in place and then see how it works for you and keep modifying it. Any fast tag tips? Not clear on your question or comment. All right. So it's already 8 o'clock. We are scheduled for 7 to 8. If there are any last questions or comments, happy to answer.
The cross-sell means adding extra things when we are selling something.
Cross-sell is adding related products.
Related products.
Or services.
Or services. And upselling is upselling our product.
Upselling is, yes, the bigger version of it, which is, say for example, you are coming for, let's talk coaching in specific, right? Someone is coming for, say, 3 sessions. Okay? You say, okay, fine, I charge 10,000 rupees per session. For 3 sessions, I will charge you 30,000 rupees. But if you want 6 sessions, I'm happy to offer you at 50,000. If you want 12 sessions, I'm happy to offer you at 80,000. So this is upselling. Okay. Cross-selling is, we can do 3 sessions on coaching. If you want 1 session or 2 sessions, I can also train you. That is cross-selling. You are using another way of developing an individual.
Getting it, sir. And something was really wonderful today. I get to know about the importance of the packaging. So that was really amazing.
All right. Anything else from anyone before we close?
It was a wonderful and insightful session. Thank you so much, Rahul.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining in. If you have any questions related to any of our courses or any of our certification program, I'm happy to stay for another 5 minutes and take those. For rest, who are not keen to be part of the discussion on the programs, you've already done certification or may not be keen at this stage. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure for you to have in this session, and stay in touch and look out for our updates for upcoming session. Thank you so much, and good luck. Have a great week ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Me and Aparna are staying back
Thank
for
you.
a few minutes if you have any questions on our programs. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rahul. See you on 17th.
Thank you. See you on 17th.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Stop the recording.